Hi, this is Franz Cantor, cartoonist, illustrator, toon talker, teacher, you name it. That's me. And I'm here with
Jim Bridges, and I'm the president of the Australian Cartoon Museum, and today we're going to do something about drawing.
Ooh!
And this is a 2012 book called the Disney Sketchbook.
Yep.
Which we're going to
Who
open.
published this?
It was published by Disney Editions.
Ooh!
Walt Disney Editions.
Someone's
and
pre-loved.
And actually, if it's it'll show up. You'll see all the rubber bits in the middle of the book where people have been using it, copying it. Someone's actually drawn on the
On Mickey.
So
I kind of like that. Looks like speed lines. Oh, and it's biro.
Oh, the hardest method
This
of all
is they
to
should
draw
have done
with.
that. These are little cherubs. They're beautiful little cherubs. Look at the little kneecaps.
They're from Fantasia.
From Fantasia.
Yeah, and there's Jiminy Cricket.
Ah, and look at that curve. Who put that curve in?
Somebody did.
Okay, well that follows the line of action of the character. You can see the character bending that way.
They haven't rubbed out their drawing you've done over it.
Yeah.
See the bit over here as well. Okay, so there it is, the Disney Editions, New York. And
This
there
is
is
incredibly valuable
there is,
because it
Mickey.
shows the underlying pencil,
Yeah.
the construction of the figure underneath the ink.
Yeah. And even his arm inside the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have, we'll get into it. There's not much.
Looks like he's using iPad pens instead of
They're crayons. These are obviously early drawings by Ubby Works from Plain Crazy. One of the first Disney
And all the
cartoons.
characters look like Mickey.
Well, yeah, but
Sort of a
this is
generic
almost like a dog. See the actual plane starting up almost
Well,
like a dog.
they're using. This was a very popular thing in the 20s and 30s, where they actually used squash and stretch a lot on these hard objects.
Yeah.
They haven't done it so much since then because it's a hell of a lot of work.
Yeah, so this is these are sketches from Bambi, obviously.
Look at the beautiful studies of the deer.
Yeah.
You know, and somebody's sort of scribbled on it, but it's typical of animators to study from life. You know, I think they had deer in the studio to work with.
They had lots of films
to do lots
too.
and
They
lots
follow.
of sketches to follow how their legs bent and
So that looks like it's from
what their
Steamboat
characteristics.
Willie.
Yep.
And
Pulling on the cord that went. Yeah.
Wallaboard Cactus.
But because it was it a silent film? Steamboat
It was
Willie?
made as a silent, and they turned it into a
So presumably, okay. So they put the toot toots in with sound.
yeah.
And
So
there's Mickey with no arms, armless.
No, he's got him folded under there. But the point is, these are all done. See, someone's actually been drawing over this. Good on them.
Yeah. So here you've got Mickey constructed out of very simple shapes.
Yes.
So the idea is with cartoons, you need to not only design the cartoon character to be able to be drawn fast by animators, but also construct it out of simple shapes.
Yes.
So that, like The Simpsons, you're able to keep the character on character at all times. So it looks like the character from every angle and in every scene.
Yeah.
These little notes here, I believe, refer to the frame numbers of the animation. So for some reason they've kept them into these vignettes. I don't know why.
Yeah. One of the things I don't like about this book is that they don't have the people who drew them. See, here's the rubber marks that people have been drawing in. So this looks like it's from a silly symphony where these objects just come alive.
Yeah. So this is an old-fashioned egg beater.
Yeah.
That's a dog chew bone.
Yeah.
That's something else. I don't know what that is.
It's like an Easter eggy thing.
Yep.
And that's
So
just
typically had these Mickey Mouse feet and Mickey Mouse gloves.
Yes.
The Phantom of the Opera gloves.
with the two stripes.
The three stripes.
Yeah. And this is obviously, let's turn this around. This is from it's very early drawing
White,
because
the Seven Dwarfs.
that's not the final version of Snow White.
4, 5, 6, 7.
That's not the final Snow White.
No, but it's close. The collar and everything is there. Yeah. So look, even in this quick sketch, you get the heads are drawn. They've got these typical, facing
Well,
the
you can
spheres
use these examples over here.
Well, the spheres have a point where you know where they're facing left and right.
Yes.
And also for tilt and that.
Yeah.
So they're constructed with very simple geometric shapes. Platonic solids.
Platonic solids.
Yeah. Doesn't it sound mysterious? Just
I wonder
means
what
that
the
they're
reverse of that is.
Geometrical solids. Because when you talk about constructing a figure out of circles, it's not really circles you're looking for, it's spheres.
He's about to sneeze, and so he's put his shoe underneath his nose to stop him sneezing, because if he sneezes he's going to fall over. That's the story behind that. Now here's a lovely...
I don't know the gag. But anyway, I've never seen the film. This is the witch.
Oh, sacrilege, shock horror. Oh.
Who is this witch? Which witch is which?
Well, look at this beautiful drawing here.
So the crow has become sort of like the henchman, the Muttley to Dick Dastardly's...
now you're showing off your knowledge.
The Muttley to Dick Dastardly's Wicked Witch. And with the wart on the nose and everything. So it's a typical trope of a witch.
Yeah. And this is a typical animation drawing from that.
Yeah. I wonder what scene this comes from.
Yeah.
Ooh. This looks to me like Evil Dead.
Also the connection...
I'll swallow your soul!
Also the connection here is that they're very similar. Because the skull... The bird comes out of the skull, you see, in that shot. And you've got this... She's like a skull. So, yeah.
So they're drawing on the characteristics that are similarities between them. So you can see like Iago and...
yes.
What's his name? Jafar. So they're both evil characters, right? So they both have certain characteristics which are similar and common characteristics.
These are early sketches.
So you can believe them being together as partners.
Early sketches trying to get...
very cherubic, isn't she? She's very sort of
and then they've
Betty Boopish here.
They've darkened her hair a bit and they still haven't got her.
There she's more like a doll, a China doll.
Yeah. Anyway, and we move on to Pinocchio.
Very interesting.
And he's very,
design.
very similar. Like he's like
because he's a cricket.
Yeah, he's a cricket. Yeah.
So,
and this is a doll in the film.
Yeah.
I think it's a doll. But I love the way they're all done in the pencil. They're printed in the pencil line. They're not, you know.
A lot of the designs have. Pinocchio. So these are notes to the animators. These are the keyframes. So these are notes to the animators on what line this refers to in the script.
Yeah.
These are lines of action. It's kind of like a combination of layout and storyboard.
And there's Geppetto and Pinocchio when he finally gets home, because he's still got his donkey's ears. He comes home, and this is the previous scene where the boy who leads him astray.
The Island of Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Turns into a donkey.
Yeah.
In mid-sentence, wasn't he? He starts laughing and then goes, ee-aw, ee-aw.
And of course, all the lines are left so you can actually see...
Haven't seen this film. I've seen bits of it. This is inside the belly of the whale. Geppetto. Is that Geppetto?
That's Geppetto, yeah.
This is an early scene. I don't think this is in the film.
It is in the film.
It is in the film.
Every time he swallows, the fish come in, you see.
But interestingly enough, there's... isn't his pet goldfish?
Yeah, there too.
In the tank.
Yeah.
Of course, she's... freshwater. They're in saltwater.
Yeah, but only fans will spend 5 hours talking about this stuff.
He never thinks to eat the goldfish.
Look, we're here to look at drawing, all right?
I like that drawing.
Yeah, someone's forgot to rub that out. That's obviously not with this.
But look at this, folks. There's the equator line. This is, remember the sphere? You construct the head of Pinocchio with a sphere, and how to get the tilt and the rotation is you don't construct a circle. You construct a sphere. In particular, like a globe. So it's got an equator line which tells you the tilt and angle of the, and it's also a vertical line. Over here you can see the vertical line.
These drawings are wonderful. These drawings are wonderful,
so even though
because
it's 2D,
they weren't
you're
done
drawing in 3D.
They weren't done as finished drawings. They're done as just to communicate the story to another artist.
And there's somebody drawing Monstroso. What's the name of the whale?
Yes, I think something like that. Yes,
Monstroso.
And there's the close-up where Pinocchio actually comes down with an umbrella of all things
Yeah.
past the eye.
Yeah, so this is actually an indication of where it's going to be cropped
Yeah.
on the film,
Yeah.
and you've got two frames here, so it actually tilts. The camera tilts to follow the action up
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
higher into the frame, or left of frame. Goes left, pans left, I think.
Yeah. Beautiful eye.
Anyway, it's common knowledge, common sense, really, film direction, as is with storyboards.
I don't think whales' eyes are actually like that, but it doesn't matter because he's supposed to be
What's
scary.
creating a human aspect
Isn't
of
it just wonderful?
the
That
animal.
open face of Mickey is such a beautiful.
Yeah, see that flattened circle. I would stop calling it circle. It's more like a sphere. So the ears are circles because they usually
They have
they're
to
not.
be.
Yeah, it's a sort of an optical trick with
There was
Mickey.
one cartoon
They
where
never
they actually did
filmed-
it in 3D, and they had trouble with the ears, and they never did it ever again because that solves
Christmas Tale.
that
or
solves
something,
all
yeah.
the problems. It solves all.
Well,
the
they
problems.
actually did. They cheated and they did this
Yeah,
for the 3D because this
Yeah.
is a trick.
this is interesting.
against-
this circle of the body. That's really
This is
important.
against nature. Yeah.
It is against nature.
Again, the circle of the body. See that arc there? There's the gesture of his body. So it's a
Yeah.
bean.
Yes, a
based
bean.
on a circle.
Yeah.
So if you can draw, the idea of this is you can draw circles, i.e. spheres, pyramids, i.e. cones and pyramids, and squares, i.e. cubes and longer cubes,
Yep.
I guess. Then you can construct any character. Doesn't
No
matter
sausages.
How simple.
No
Well, the
sausages.
sausages are really based on the bean or the circle shape.
Yeah, but no
the
sausages.
sphere.
We don't do drawings of sausages.
No, they're sort of flattened spheres.
Yes. You're against sausages.
Well, I'm against constructing
These
figures
these
out
were
of
used
sausages,
in
yeah.
in Fantasia, but they were originally taken from what's his name?
Heinrich Clay.
Heinrich Clay. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, not Klimt. Yeah.
He did beautiful ballet.
Yeah.
By all means, we did a cartoon. We did a book bite on
Yeah,
Heinrich
check it-
Clay.
check it
out
out.
the other book bite
Yes.
on Heinrich Clay. You'll be able to put these drawings of elephants
Yeah.
into its proper perspective.
Because there's a lot of Germans. German drawing had a lot of influence over American cartooning.
Yeah. Because they really started to pioneer the idea of using animals
Yes.
to stand in for humans.
Yeah, and look at the balance on that for a hippo.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful drawings, just beautiful.
Balance, personality,
Yeah.
gesture, and they just look at that and on the tippy
And
toes.
these drawings are designed to tell a story. Like this is,
Yeah.
that's a rough
Centaur.
drawing for a centaur, and look at the
Yeah.
chest in there, and
Well,
the important bits here, the knees,
roughing in masses
yeah,
to
yeah.
indicate
and the
anatomy.
movement. See
Yeah.
the head squashing out in that
Yeah.
movement.
So
yeah.
this is a very hot stuff or Casper-looking character. Very
Yes.
sort of a childish,
yes, it is
child baby,
very
Cupidy
Casper-y.
type of character.
Yeah.
That's
it's a
animated.
pan.
Yeah, with hooves.
Yeah, and this is an idea for just when night comes. Night spreads her cloak, and there are all the stars that are in it. So she just comes over the sky. That's the sequence in
Very
Fantasia.
painterly effect.
And then they went for the
Bambi. So
Bambi,
these are-
which is much more realistic effect to get away from the cartooning.
It is, but it's very within the cartoon
Yes,
trope or the
yes.
cartoon style of creating funny characters. Whereas the
Well,
Merry
it's-
Melodies
it's the big
used
eyes.
a
It's the big eyes.
highly stylized form of cartoon.
Yeah.
This is building on that highly stylized form of cartoon
Yeah.
into a more caricature look. So that these are slightly exaggerated, realistic traits of a fawn. There is a slightly more realistic form of the fawn, with the patterning and the size of the ears and the head, etc.
Yep.
The comparison. Okay, so you're always looking for something that is a little bit fresher, a little bit more detailed, but also understanding how the deers. This is a deer learning to stand.
Yeah, and also how
So
they
they-
walk. So these drawings are telling the story. It's not just getting the character right; it's the movement right and the storytelling.
Yeah, and telling the story.
Yeah.
That's formative and characteristic of
Yeah.
the character.
Yeah,
So yeah, So even all of the takes they do, all the double takes, the head turns of the deer is particular to the deer. So all of these problems are not worked out with Bugs Bunny. They're not worked out with Goofy or what's the other, Pluto. They're actually worked out specifically for the deer.
Yeah.
Same thing with the rabbit. You got the grumpy rabbit with the, I think it's glasses. Thump, is it Thump? Not Thumper. Thump is the dumb one. There's the shy little skunk.
There's no glasses.
Oh, well, I don't know. There could be Thumper.
Another film you haven't seen? You haven't seen Bambi?
No.
Oh.
Okay, here's one of my favourites.
Yeah, this is a beautiful page
of
because
Pluto.
They've got the character. They've really caught the character. Look, the use
but
of the
look how
eyes.
varied the characters. This character of Pluto is neither. It's neither based on a human nor is it based on a dog. It's something specifically done to create this unique character, which doesn't. It's not really a combination of dog or human stories or characteristics at all. It's a totally standalone. So this was an amazing construction.
You're trying to say Pluto is like the animal in all of us? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, he's not. I think Goofy is the animal in all of us. That's another dog. But this is a beautiful example of how an animator's imagination can create a totally unique form of animal.
Look at the joy to V in that picture.
Yeah, it's not dog-like. Look at these haunches. They're not dog-like. Look at the paws. The head, everything in this.
They're caricature.
They're further than caricature. They're creating something very, very new.
Do I feel a thesis coming on about Pluto? Oh, no.
Well, they do it occasionally. Occasionally they do it with mice. Occasionally they do it with birds. This is from Three Caballeros. Yeah. This is the rooster.
Yes.
Or Roadrunner or something. I don't know what he is.
Probably. Yeah. They made two films, and this is from Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty. Yeah. These are the mice. The mice were little side comic.
Gus. The fat one's called Gus.
Haven't seen the film. So these were created as little side cartoons for little, because the characters were more realistic.
They've continued on. They've continued on.
Well, the characters were more Flesher-like. Yeah. So in other words, they were more realistic, even though they weren't.
Well, even in Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame,
the gargoyles.
The gargoyles are those
well, they were there to keep the children's interest in the film.
Yeah.
Because these characters were funny. They could have cartoon gags.
Not everybody likes films with princesses in them for some reason, although Disney does.
Well, the princesses were for girls. These were early sketches of
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
So the princesses were for the girls. These were for the girls and the boys.
Yes,
the boys could appreciate the cartoon.
I was cracking a joke about princesses in Disney's movies.
Yeah.
So
that looks a bit.
This is waking up early in the morning. I don't know what it's from, but it shows you all the different ways
that's getting
someone
towards
can get out of bed.
Red Hot Riding Hood. This is nice. I like this.
I don't know what. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so it's working out. The animator's working out how does a young girl wake up.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, the way that animators do this sort of thing is that they don't go and film their daughters waking up. They may think about their daughters waking up, but what they actually do is they pretend to be these little girls,
and they
wake up, and they use a combination of mirrors.
The animator has to be the actor.
Yeah, you have to act with a pencil.
Yes.
Yeah. Just to be sure how clever the animator is, right?
This is Alice. See how
a 50-year-old man acting like a 12-year-old girl. You'd say impossible. Well, there you have it.
Yeah. Well, here you have
Alice.
The head
constructed with a ball.
Yes.
A sphere.
Yes.
Again. Has to keep the volume and proportion correct.
And direction, yes.
Beautiful figure construction. This is very reminiscent of looking at Bruce Timm's beautiful Batgirl and Catwoman drawings from the Batman animated Warner Brothers series.
Now, this is the White Rabbit, and that's Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah. Not a fan of this.
No. Okay. This style changed in the final film, although
that always reminded me of Ron Searle.
Okay.
Or the guy that did the little ponies, the English illustrator. is that?
British.
There's a question for you. Write in with the answer.
So here is
Tinkerbell.
well, my father used to call her Stinkerbell.
Stinkerbell.
Yeah, Stinkerbell.
Either or.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she had attitude.
She did.
She was
although
the first
this is a
fairy.
little bit.
She was the first fairy with attitude.
Yeah. Although this is a little bit stylized for my appreciation. I look at things that are more inventive. So things like this seems to me more inventive. That looks very jazz.
This is where they got the idea from originally. Obviously, then they.
I would have gone with
here.
a little jazz babe, little jazz dancer. She should. Why not? You know, I don't like this.
Is that why you don't look at Disney films? Now this is from Peter Pan.
And saw it. So here is who's this geezer?
He's one of the brothers in Peter Pan,
and he's pretending to sword fight.
Yes,
because the idea is Peter Pan gets caught in the real world by catching his shadow.
That's right, and there's more shadows.
Yeah,
and it's a very early.
They're interesting.
Yeah, but that's very early. They never went with that design. They went with this design.
Yeah, so they get
playing cowboys and Indians in the dark.
Incredible squash and stretchiness that they used in to great effect in Snow White.
Yeah.
And of course, it didn't work so well in Peter Pan.
So,
but
in this
Peter
sequence,
Pan
they actually
characters,
had Hans Conried, the actor, walking around, and they actually had the artist drawing him.
A caricature,
to get the character.
Jafar is based on Vite from the Thief of Baghdad.
Yes,
Conrad Vite.
Okay.
So it's like a caricature of Conrad Vite.
Yeah, but this is the American actor.
Thingy-me-bobby. Him.
Yeah.
That guy.
That's Smiley from Smeed. Well, you have seen the film.
No, I saw.
You read the comic.
Yeah. No, I didn't read that.
Oh, back
There's
to Pluto.
my favourite again. Look at this drawing. This beautiful line.
Look at this drawing. Isn't that beautiful?
Look at this drawing here. It's full of action.
With the tongue coming around here. And
but look at that. You can very basically make it in. This is the line of action in a gesture.
Yeah.
The line of action goes from the head or the sphere down, roughly conforming to the spine of the cartoon character or the realistic character. So you can see it in all of the drawings.
Yeah.
Right? There's a sphere or an oval representing the thorax.
Yeah.
So when you're doing animals or humans, this is how you simplify the skeletal structure, the construction of the figure. Very simple geometric shapes.
Early,
this is nice.
Early designs for Lady and Tramp, and this is the final
these are lovely.
designs.
I love these.
They weren't used in
these are sketched from dogs. They're caricatured gestures of actual dogs doing that stretch in the morning.
We are Siamese, if you please.
I'm not keen on that.
This is the final.
This is Lady.
Design.
Now, I grew up with a Cocker Spaniel that looked like this.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. So
and was she a lady?
She was.
And there's the Tramp.
There's the Tramp, and recently I had a dog that reminds me very much of that character with the floppy ears.
And the bad guys were cats, Siamese cats.
And
this is the Italian, the Italian.
I never
waiter.
saw. I did see Aristocats, which I liked very much.
Well, they used a lot of tropes from
Lady and the Tramp. Yeah. This is a very tropish. This is a caricature of a chef hat. Caricature of a chef.
He's the cook at the restaurant where he takes his dog.
What's this?
And that's from. No, that's from Sleeping Beauty.
No, Sleeping Beauty.
That's from Sleeping Beauty. The other one was from Cinderella. We're both wrong. The mouse and they're from Cinderella. This is from Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of
because
course. Now it makes sense.
The prince
I'm wondering the mice. Why didn't they use the little witches?
Yeah.
So here again. Now the thing about before we go on. Okay, the thing about Sleeping Beauty is this. If you like the horse designs in, what's the 3D Disney one? Not Thumbelina, what's the one with the hair? Rapunzel. If you like them, if you like the horse design in Mulan, right?
Yeah.
Back before all of those films were even conceived, back in the 60s.
Yeah, you can move your hand now.
Was this horse. Now this horse belonged to this geezer. Who's this geezer?
That's the prince.
Prince what?
He's the one who kisses her and
Not
wakes
Prince
her up.
Charming.
Yes. I think he's a prince.
Well, whoever he is, this geezer, don't worry about him.
Yeah, just look at the horse.
Just look at this. Have a look at this.
Yeah.
Right? Now remember Pluto, right?
Look at those eyes.
Completely uniquely designed character, neither based on a dog, neither based on a human.
Yeah.
This, however, is a beautiful blend of a caricature of a horse.
Yes.
And a cartoon.
And a personality.
With personality.
Yes.
You've got to have the personality.
Yes.
So the personality leads the design.
Yes.
Like a lamp in the darkness.
Oh.
Isn't that good? Now look at all of these beautiful character designs that you go through this story.
Where's the bucket?
But have a check. Check out this. Look at this.
Yes.
Look at this.
And it goes down to the tail.
Yes. So these are like Art Nouveau
even
shapes.
These bits here, you know, the eye follows.
Yeah. So these are designed by the looks of the film. I can't remember the name of the character. She did costume designs and background designs and things. She gave the film a unique look. How's this for a dragon?
That's a great dragon.
It's a beautiful dragon.
Except that's not the dragon they used in the end of the film.
Okay, well, let's go to the dragon they used in the film.
Well, I don't
but you know, when you draw dragons,
that's a great dragon.
Dragons are complex things, right? But you start with simple shapes. There's a sphere for the thorax.
Yes.
Here's the line of action.
Yes.
Line of action is the spine.
Yes. And you got all this from not looking at Disney films.
Yeah.
Now here are the witches.
These are the witches. These are rough sketches of the witches
and this
before
is the
they go to
heights.
clean up.
See, she's as tall as the top of their hats.
Roughly. Yeah. But you can see something else in here.
The
that's
monks
more
have to have
interesting.
attitude.
Rather than the heights, have a look at something else. The lines of action are different. So the silhouettes of the characters
have to be
each
different.
unique.
Have to be different.
Yeah. So it's not just the height, it's the silhouettes. The character has to be instantly recognized.
All the line has to
using the technique
all the line
of
has to
silhouette.
work over as character as well.
Yes. Beautiful caricature that almost looks Angela Lansbury-ish.
Yes.
Probably she did the voice.
Early Angela Lansbury, late Angela Lansbury.
Or Angela Lansbury with food poisoning.
Now don't say that. She
Donald
was really
Duck.
good on Sondheim shows.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now look at that. Feel the weight. Feel the weight and the swing in that.
Okay, let me feel the weight.
I can feel it. I can
feels,
feel it. I can
feels
feel
light
the weight to swing on. Yeah.
The line of action, right? The complementary lines of action, the complementary crossovers. So he's obviously got. There's a lot of things happening here. Tons and tons and tons of squash and stretch, of exaggeration.
Yeah.
Tons of character. Donald is nothing but character. Yeah. All character. You know, whereas Mickey is very stylized. Pardon me. Donald is exactly the opposite. Donald is led by this incredible attitude. Yeah, well, it's expressions. But the interesting thing about Donald is the angrier he gets, the more popular he gets.
Yeah. Because he blows his stack.
Yeah, because people can relate to the anger.
Yeah.
You know, he things that happen to him that bug him, little things that compound.
Yeah.
You know, bug us all, right?
Yeah.
This is why Donald was much, much, much more popular than Mickey Mouse.
That was quick.
So here we have, what was that? This is Winnie the Pooh, some working sketches of Tigger.
Yeah. The bounce.
Yeah,
the movement.
He boings. But look at the line of action.
Yeah.
They've actually over rendered this.
Yes.
This is prior to the inking.
Yeah.
But you can still see the implication of the line of action.
Yeah.
The what do they call it? The follow through animation. Because of the when you animate a feather.
Yeah. And there's Baloo, isn't it?
Baloo
from Jungle Book.
From Jungle Book, yeah. So the expressions are.
And he doesn't have to draw the rest
developed.
of it because this is what he's talking about. He's talking
neither
about
bear nor human.
The emotional part of the drawing is the most important part. That's why it's not finished. Yeah, and there's just different versions.
Yeah.
And there's
Shere Khan.
Yeah.
Khan. Sorry, Indian people. It's Shere Khan. What's this? Faking snores. My sinuses. Oh, he's faking snores. So these are referring to the script. Where in the script is this scene?
George Sanders.
Yeah.
Sanders. Now that is from the cat film, isn't it? You're talking about? I've never seen this film.
I don't think so. I don't remember that from.
Okay. Well, let's move on to Goofy. Look at those eyes.
Yep, Goofy, great character.
Oh, gosh. All the world owes me a living. Oh, yep. Isn't that beautiful? These have been drawn so many times. They've got it. These are really, they've got it right. There's been thousands of drawings before they get to this sort of, This is from Fantasia, the sequence from Fantasia. They're all Mickeys.
Even when he's wearing a cloak, you have to draw the figure underneath the cloak.
Yes.
Otherwise the cloak won't work, won't hang right.
That's right.
This is how to draw circles. How to draw Mickeys.
Mad Mickey. Mad Mickey.
It's a challenge, isn't it? Because you've got to have this sort of signature silhouette in every scene, no matter how his head turns.
Yeah.
So can you imagine the nightmare of doing this in 3D? You've got to really do something. You've got to think quick on your feet with that.
Is this from
Who's this?
Tangled? No, this is from the Mermaid.
Mermaid, yeah.
Mermaid.
Yeah.
Very quick sketches. Very quick sketches.
Because the mermaid has to sing. She's got to break into song. She's got to have a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
She's got to have a lot of intrigue. Finding new things out in the world.
Have you seen that film?
Yes.
Oh God! How do they sing underwater?
This is early designs of
look at
the
this.
crab,
This is great.
which ended up. This is closer to.
Look at the moustache and the eyes.
Yeah,
that's great, isn't it?
So he, rather than being French, in the end, he became a Caribbean.
Under the sea.
Yeah. But this is how you work out the characters.
Yeah.
It's a crab, okay, hermit crab, okay. So you've got this shell and all of these things you've got to draw. You've got to have in there. But, within that, you've got to have some kind of personality that comes through.
Yeah.
So they're using all of these different designs.
And work out the dimensionality.
To work out how to do it. These are early designs of the evil...
bad girl.
Yeah.
Who actually put on weight and became this girl.
Yeah, so this is much better.
Yeah. Look at the very simple line.
That looks like a Glen Keane to me.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So... And that's a mandrill.
Glen Keane did the...
That's a mandrill.
He drew Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Beauty and the Beast. Yeah,
this is early. This is like a mandrill, isn't it?
This isn't Glen Keane. Maybe that is. Yeah, the Beast is a very strange character.
Well, they took a while to figure it out.
Yeah.
They did all these drawings before they finally actually got it.
Okay, here you go. This is Glen Keane. Yeah. Now, Glen Keane, once he constructs the character, he'll do these incredible extremes that may or may not end up in the animation.
And a lion together, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's expression led. So it's like a yelling bear lion thing. Yeah. And the idea here is to get the intention or the emotion of the character in
Look
a pose.
at the fist and the angle of the legs while that's going on.
Yeah, well, he's an exponent of life drawing, obviously, of gesture drawing, and he gets all of that action into a very simple, very quick sketch. These are very quick. Yeah. These would take him literally a minute, less than a minute to do.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
And this is
everybody's just turned off on you saying that.
No, you have to act quickly because if you act slowly, you'll lose the energy.
If you say you've
got to capture
the energy. If you say 2 minutes, yes, maybe even 3 minutes.
Yeah. But you only get that from understanding how to draw action.
Yes.
From studying life drawing or film or something.
Yes.
Drawing from life. Drawing from things that are moved. These are early, what are they, genies?
I don't know.
Looks like genie.
Don't know.
So they're trying to work out the
probably
genie.
the early genie, yes. Yeah.
But look how beautiful they're trying these very Hirschfeld lines to get these curves that Hirschfeld used to do.
Oh yeah,
so
you're dropping names
they
now,
used
mate.
Hirschfeld to design the characters. That's a horrible picture. I don't like that either.
Well, that stuck with the original design at the end of the film. That followed through. And here's the Khalif.
Not that character. No,
the Khalif.
All the characters in the end of the film were based on Hirschfeld. This is based on, well, very Hirschfeld because of the long sinewy lines.
Yeah.
But this is based on, obviously, this is Jafar, based on the Conrad Veidt character in the Sabu film Thief of Baghdad.
Who was also in Dr. Caligari.
As the sleepwalker.
Yes. Yeah. And here we have...
from Lion King, this is Scar.
Yes.
Scar number 2. I don't know why it's Scar number 2. Some notes to the animators.
Eyes are tilted.
Okay, how to construct the head. with spheres, wrong and right.
Which one's wrong? Which one? Oh, they're both wrong. Okay, nose sticks out. And of course they had something to do with, because they also always get the person doing the soundtrack, and they always try and marry the face with the actor, don't they? And so
as much as you can. I mean, this is Jeremy Irons did the voice.
Yeah.
I can't remember who did that voice. This is very good.
Yeah.
If you like The Simple's Life.
Yeah.
So, okay, The Simple's Life. This is like a meerkat. He's a meerkat.
Yeah.
And this is his buddy, Pumbaa,
Yeah.
who's a warthog. And this is the Major Domo, who's voiced by Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean, yes.
Terribly. And this, of course, is from Pocahontas. This is Mel Gibson. There he is again, with pirate
the
boots.
voice of Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I didn't particularly like the acting so much in this. But the Pocahontas is based on, her face is based on Kate Moss, the English
British
model.
actress, model, yeah, okay. A nice line of the face and just straight down, you know.
Yeah.
And this is lovely. The characters of they were so beautifully drawn, and
Powhatan, yeah.
yeah, and
this is what they call a head turnaround. So in order to be able to conceive of the head, this is for animators, to turn the head around and have it look on character from any angle, the character designer will do some head turnarounds, turnarounds. And those are the horizontal lines so that everything lines up.
if I remember, Pocahontas kept changing. While I was looking on the screen, she kept changing. It looked like she had different types of personalities. That was my experience. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Look at this.
It's from Hercules. This is Herc. This is Meg.
Yep.
Beautiful design.
Yeah, beautiful design. Lovely drawing.
So these characters are based on the work of
Gerald Scarfe.
Gerald Scarfe, English
Yeah,
illustrator.
He was the
another
first,
very sinewy.
He was the first outsider, because they always get their own people to do the character.
Yes.
The characters.
They based
he was
it
the
on
first
things.
one. Yeah, and there's James Wood playing Hades,
and
his hair was terrific.
Yeah, the flames of his hair were a foil. They were beautiful.
They expressed
acting.
his anger.
Yeah, so they got bigger when he was angry, and when he got shocked, it went out like a pilot light. It was quite funny.
Yeah.
And his voice was amazing.
Oh, it was terrific.
Character.
And as a matter of fact, when he dies, I was so disappointed. And then in the credits, lost in the credits, he said, "Where am I?" And you just knew he's going to get another chance to come back. I think personally, he's one of Disney's best villains.
Well, there was a TV series based on the film, so he may have come back for that. I never saw it.
And this is Danny DeVito as the sidekick.
Yeah, it's a satire. Or a satyr. Americans call them satyrs.
Yeah, but it's a satire on the actor.
Him. Yeah.
And this is Mulan.
Mulan, beautiful.
Yes, beautiful film. The credits even were beautiful. The linear stuff that
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Yeah, she's got a bird in her hand.
Cricket in her hand.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is a symbol of good luck.
Yeah.
And of course, Mulan, who I think it's based on the story of this girl that grows up and saves all of China from the Mongol hordes.
Yeah, I
got
think
something to say about the Mongol hordes. I hope we get a picture of it.
There's a lot of you can do with a pencil, isn't it?
Yeah,
all
smudging.
That's all I've done
well,
with a
they're
pencil.
trying to get the softness of a Chinese watercolor.
Yeah.
See the blush of youth in her cheek.
Yeah.
And her ruby red lips.
Oh God, you've read the script.
This is her love interest, which is quite disturbing because she's pretending to be a boy. In the film. Now, he's extremely well designed within the caricature or the style of the film.
Yeah, well, that's so strong. That's so strong. Look at that line.
Yeah, the line of action.
Yeah.
And the cross, the double line of action against the action. We didn't get to see the Mongol hordes.
No.
You'll have to see the film. So
have
the
you
Mongol,
seen the film?
Yes.
Gee, Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah. So the Mongol hordes, the I don't know who the Khan is of the Mongol hordes, the king of the Mongols. If you look at that, it's based on from, I don't know officially, but I would say it's based on a lot of the drawings that Alex Toth did.
Aha.
Because it
Well, I'll
looks
check
to
that out,
me
because
like Alex Toth, bad guy on steroids. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
So check out, by
can
all
hardly
means,
wait.
the Mongol king, the Mongol emperor. Not the emperor, sorry, the Mongol, what are they called? The Khan in Mulan is based on the works of the very great Alex Toth, which we'll have to talk about very soon, I hope. This is, who is this?
Someone in Stitch.
Lilo.
Lilo,
Yeah.
yes.
So this is a very beautiful ethnic design.
She looks a lot like my granddaughter.
Lilo's character, based on the Hawaiian Hawaiian girl, Hawaiian character.
Yeah, I've never seen the film.
The story takes place in Hawaii.
And there's the character who's in it, isn't it?
Yeah, Stitch is a
Alien.
an alien that comes down and falls in love with the place. He loves freedom.
Does he? Then what did he come to Earth
You can
for?
see his proportions here.
Yeah,
this is a turnaround.
This is interesting, isn't
and
it?
a character
This is
sheet.
interesting.
Well, typically, Stitch is roughly 2.5 heads high. So here's 2 heads. Typically, with character animated,
With 4 arms and 2
you
legs.
measure them in heads, because you
Yeah.
start drawing the head first,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the body.
The head's the best.
Yeah. So the different little clues here on where to place limbs,
Yep.
which means the shoulders of the limbs, not the elbows or the arms. So you can see them coming off there in different angles and positions. This is from the Frog Prince. What's the name of the
Don't
Disney
know.
film?
Don't know. See all the rubbings? People have been drawing
I think
all
one
over
of
it.
Disney's last 2D films.
Yeah, that's the...
Can't remember the name of the movie, but it's set. Oh, there's a. Oh my God, that looks like one of my designs. Yeah, that's a beautiful fly.
yes. I'd
I've
call
never
it a
seen
B.
that. I've never seen that.
I'd call it a B.
That looks like.
I'd
one
call
of
it a
mine.
B.
So this, of course, is in the South, and it's all about crocodiles and stuff.
Alligators.
Yeah,
They don't have crocodiles in the south, they have alligators.
Right. No, they have crocodiles too.
Do they?
Yeah,
I'm
they're
shocked.
saltwater. And sometimes the crocodiles and the alligators mix it up.
Really? Look at that hand. It's extraordinary.
Yeah, beautiful.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
He's a witch doctor, obviously.
He is. When you can, a lot of voodoo
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
is in this story, because Frog Prince, I think it's the name of the Frog Prince. Anyway, it's about curses.
Princess Frog.
I can't remember the name. Anyway, don't look at that. It's
don't look at-
making me self-conscious.
Yeah.
I didn't draw anything in this book.
Is this Tangled?
This looks like Tangled, which
Yeah.
is a Glenn Keane direction.
Yeah.
And Glenn Keane, of course, did Beauty and the Beast. Look at that beautiful profile. Of,
Yeah. Hardly any drawing at all. That's her mother, Tangled's mother.
Yeah, the witch.
And look, she's even playing with her hair as she's messing around. Look at the leg.
Yeah.
Look at that leg.
Yeah.
Look at the line. Look at the finger. Look at the point.
The tilt.
Look at this. It's all going everywhere. It's great. It's great storytelling, isn't it?
Yeah, and of course
This is great acting, isn't it? This is great acting.
It is. Now, Glenn would have done this, or Glenn's daughter, also a good artist. They would have done these layouts to inform the 3D animators. So when they're posing the character, they have these expressive poses to refer to.
Yeah. They're beautiful drawings. Beautiful. Okay, well, we're getting near the end. And there's, look, they're dancing off into the distance. And they're circular bots.
Yeah.
Very
A couple
circular.
of beans.
Yeah, a couple of beans.
2 beans waltzing away.
Yeah. Okay, and there's Pocahontas running in the wind, and that's the prince and his father from Sleeping Beauty. And
Take
that's
your
all,
word for it.
folks. Yes, so
So
get hold of
Disney
that. It's
Sketchbook.
still around. I'm pretty sure it only came out 4 or 5 years ago.
It's lovely.
So,
and try to find one that's not been sketched,
yes.
especially not in pen.
Yes, especially. Yeah.
This is Franz Cantor.
And Jim Bridges saying, see you around like a record, and we'll see you next time as well. Bye-bye.